It's so interesting because I remember I used to love being outside, and then I remember having my experience of working in a prison,
Yeah.
and I don't like being outside as much, and I'm always constantly hyper vigilant when I do go out.
It's funny because a lot of the CEOs be having that same problem. They
Yeah.
be like, you know what, man? I starting to feel like I'm in jail.
Yeah. Did you meet anyone significant from your time that you spent in prison? Did you
Yeah,
meet?
man. Shout out to my brother number 3. I'm glad you asked me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a guy in there named Matthew Herbert. That's my brother, man.
Yeah.
He's in an unfortunate situation himself. Um, Man, bro, like our relationship was like unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and it's crazy because he was a stranger when I first met him.
Of course.
But all that time, that it's crazy because when we first ever went to jail, we was everywhere together. Like they kept putting us together, and then before you know it, we was cellies. So I spent my whole jail time with him until we separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Matt.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You were able to form a bond. Let's talk about bonds that you have in like the community and in like the industry and like people that you're working with.
Yeah,
So like the other day I'm on the internet and I see an interview with academics and Hitmaker.
Hitmaker.
Shout out to Hitmaker.
Yeah, shout out to my brother.
Right? And he shows you so much love
Yeah,
by highlighting the fact that, you're one of the best coming out of Philly.
absolutely,
I think that's a huge like thing for someone to say about you.
absolutely. I mean, like, person like me, man. When you go through as much stuff as I've been through, there's no way there ain't no light at the end of the tunnel. And right now, I feel like right now I'm finally getting my light. You know, before my mom died, she had took me to a psychic. Like, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I stay away from all that type of stuff. But the psychic was saying some crazy stuff, and like everything she said, like came true.
That's
Everything,
insane.
everything. She was telling me about that stuck to me. How I was always gonna be back and forth out New York,
Yeah.
and like I haven't stopped coming to New
Yeah,
York.
you're always here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a situation. She said I was gonna go through this rough patch of my life. It was gonna be a bunch of paperwork, but I was gonna get out of it. That was my little brother situation to me.
Yes.
And then everything else she said, she told me I was about to have a baby. When I left out, I called my baby, my girl, she was pregnant during that time. It was crazy. Everything she said just came true. Yeah, so yeah, I've been back and forth to New York. Shout out to Hitmaker too, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Hitmaker. I mean, you also have a great team. I know that you have
Yeah,
your team that is behind you.
yeah.
What's the name of that?
Doggy Department. Shout out
Yes.
to Chain Bean. Shout out to Mirrors. Shout out to Julio and everybody else that's a part of the camp.
You have a wonderful team that's
Yeah.
behind you that loves you and supports you.
Yeah.
I found that out as soon as I met you.
Yeah. The Hitmaker thing came about because me and K. Smith, I don't know if y'all know K. Smith, that's Will Smith's nephew. Me and him had did a song when I came home, and like the record just started going crazy. And he, I guess they best friends, and he had comment under the video like he fired. I came to New York while him and Ron was doing a press run, and that's how I met him.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he real genuine. I love Hitmaker.
It's crazy how people like that, they can see talent in others and like just immediately like flag it.
Yeah.
They can immediately
The
spot
good
it
thing
out.
about Hitmaker is he's not an artist no more.
No.
So he ain't trying to steal no shine.
No.
He trying to give it away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's trying to see something great in you and help you manifest that.
Exactly.
You
Now-
don't think there's artists that do that as well, that are still artists themselves? I mean, he's obviously an artist, but
I mean, this is very few. You know, like it's guys like Yo Gotti who still exist. A lot of little Dirks and little babies, but yeah, it's a few.
yeah,
I say it's a few.
maybe you could be that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Growing up in Philly, who inspired you? Like, even growing up in New York, I used to listen to Beanie and Freeway,
Yeah.
and Petey Crack, and you mentioned Meek.
Yeah, of course. That was my favorite all-time artist. Like, when you're coming from my city, it was a rap era where everybody was rap battling. So Meek was like one
Right.
of the ones that made it out first.
Right.
So of course everybody was like inspired by Meek. He was like one of my favorite artists. And you know how they say like idols become rivals? I feel like that's where me and him at right now.
What happened?
We just had a falling out. It wasn't like something huge to me, but maybe to them it was. So we just had like a little minor falling out.
Well, how'd the relationship start?
Well, I went viral 2018.
Mm.
I had a song. I went to jail when I was like 16 for like a crazy crime. It wasn't like nothing too serious, but it was serious. I made a song beating on my chest about this girl who stopped answering the phone for me. So then when I came home, like I made the video walking down the street, and the video kind of went viral.
That's nice.
And that's how like everybody from the city, Meek Mills, O'Malley, everybody just started following me, Gilly. Yeah. So I've been with Meek and them probably since I was 18.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That's cool. What have you learned from that experience?
Anything is possible.
Amen.
Like, I mean, you might not be able to see something happening, but that don't mean it's not happening.
Yeah.
I definitely believe in manifestation. You can manifest anything. It starts here.
100%.
Believing in it.
Yeah, we talked about that before, even when Lord Jamar was here, right? Everything starts here.
Yeah, it starts believing in here first.
What is one thing that you feel manifested for you that you thought about before it even happened?
That I was gonna have kids.
That definitely happened.
Definitely, yeah. No, but the music, I always knew. Like I was 10 years old when I first started really writing music and getting into studios. And I just knew that one day I'd be here where I'm at right now. I didn't know how far I would get. But I understand one thing, like I've been in multiple rooms and I be going to myself like, I know God didn't put me in these rooms for no reason.
That's right.
You know
You
what I'm
here.
saying?
You right here.
Yeah, exactly. Like even this is big. Like
Yeah.
people don't really see the small things that really is something.
Yeah.
So to me, I take everything because the small things really matter.
Exactly.
It's not the big thing.
100%.
It's not the big
They're all drops in the bucket, but it all
it's
adds up
not the
over
big
time.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the small things.
And
Definitely.
it's the journey along the way, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times the journey is what we tend to like overlook
Exactly.
when we look at the end results, but it's really the journey that makes it all worth it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of artists don't even, sometimes I would take the journey over the overnight success any day.
Exactly.
Because like along my journey, so if I catch a flight, right, I probably done flew over 5 states. I didn't see nothing in them states. I don't know what's in them states. I don't know what it looked like. But if I'm driving on that road, I'm going through all the bumps, all the everything. So for me, it's like I went through a lot of bumps. I was cool with it. So now that I'm going to appreciate it more rather than an overnight success.
I'm really feeling that you said that. I
Yeah,
really
for
love
sure.
that.
I'm happy that God ain't put me as one of the ones that made it overnight. I'm happy that I went through because I built relationships with so many people and I touched so many different people at heart too during the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes you more authentic.
Absolutely.
You know, because you're
People
not
know your
living.
story.
Yeah, because you're not living in this bubble. You actually know and you've experienced valid, real things.
Facts.
So when you're speaking on it, you're speaking from a place of knowledge.
Absolutely.
You know, versus assumption.
Yeah. Big facts.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Now we talk about girls. Let's talk about that. We talk about these beautiful children that you created with these wonderful ladies.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about, what is the secret to like a successful relationship? Because you've juggled a few, so you might have some tips for us.
My first baby mom was with my best friend. I think I had my first baby when I was like 16.
Mm-hmm.
But my second baby mom was with a girl I was with for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we currently together now. That's my heart.
That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, we go through a lot of stuff. We fight all the time.
Of course.
but it's definitely all love. You know when you're in love with somebody when you can't get away from that person, or when you're away from that person, it just don't feel like life is happening.
Yeah. That's real.
Like it be to the point where like I'll try to stay out and I'll think about her and want to go back home.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's how I know for sure that I was in love with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're going to know when something is real. You're going to feel it here.
Yeah.
You could try to do whatever you want, say whatever you want, but you're going to know. Yeah.
That's actually really beautiful. And let's talk about like some things you like or that you look for when you are looking for a woman, or not even you, just like advice you would give to someone else when they are looking for a woman. What are some things they should look for?
Well, me in particular, I like nerds. Like a lot of people might think I like all the bad girls with the big old BBLs or sexy looks. I actually don't.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, temptation will probably lead me that way sometimes, but the kind of girl I like is like a real intellectual person, a person that's, like my lady. Like I was her first in every aspect of life. I was her first. So she cooks, she clean, she's very clean. She get on my nerves, but that's normal. You feel me? So that's the kind of girls I like. I like nerdy girls. I feel like people should go for like what they really feel in their heart and not what they visualize as a
What they see other people like.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
I feel like most of the time people go for what they think they should have and not what they really want.
I'm sure in rapper life, which I'm not really involved with,
Yeah.
like people think they should be with the same woman, a certain type of woman, and all that stuff.
I mean, like, hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
But follow your heart at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because your heart ain't gonna lead you wrong. And that's a fact. It's like that gut feeling. Like right now, that tank fight that I was just telling you about before the
Yeah.
camera started rolling.
Yeah.
I said he was gonna knock him out the 8th round. If I would have went with somebody else's opinion, I would have lost. Because my
100%.
heart told me 8th round. You know
Follow
what
your
I'm
gut
trying to
for
say?
sure.
And you
yeah.
won that money.
And I won that money.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Do you like Tank? Do you like him as a boxer?
Absolutely. I followed Tank his whole career. So
What
Yeah.
what inspires you about him?
his confidence. He manifests everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. He even said it. He said he was going to possibly knock him out 8th round. And he did.
I might be thinking Rocky here, but boxing must be huge in Philly, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta know how
I think
to
I'm a
fight.
boxer.
Yeah, you gotta know how to fight.
Are you?
No.
I feel like Philly's one of those places where you gotta know how to like knuckle up.
Yeah.
I guess every city, right? In some
I don't
ways.
know.
Nah.
Some people they got that thing on them, so
Yeah.
you know it's not a fight. They
Down
gonna
south,
win.
they wrestle. They grab you and they'll shoot.
For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. They don't fight.
But Philly, it feels like fighting,
Philly,
right?
we fight.
Yeah.
We love
Hey,
to
do
fight.
they say? I used to go to Sixers camp. Shouts to Sixers camp. Everybody used to say young bull and old head. Is that still a thing in Philly?
Hell yeah.
Still?
I would have called you my way.
How you know I'm older than you? No, I'm just messing with you.
It's the beard.
Yeah, young boy. Yeah.
It's my young bull right here.
But
You heard?
sometimes it can be disrespectful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you gotta watch.
So
how
if
you-
I call you my young bull, is that disrespectful?
if you call me young boy, depends how you saying it.
So on a caption, like I'm with my young bull.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be the caption then.
Yeah.
I know that when we talk about the ladies, I know that you love R&B music.
Absolutely.
So, and I know who your favorite artist is.
Tell me.
Party.
Yeah. Number one.
Right? Number one. He's my favorite too, though.
I love Party.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
He writes a lot, right? For
We-
others.
Yes.
He used to hoop too, by the way. He hooped in college.
Him and B. Tiller was strong writers.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's so amazing. Where is, I want to hear.
Yeah. It was crazy, right? I was riding down the street one day. I was with this beautiful lady, and I was playing all this Party next door.
Yeah.
And she like, I ain't even know, like, boys listen to this. I said, no, they probably don't, but I do.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, like I would have never expected this. It wasn't no Lord Durk, it wasn't no Meek Mills, it wasn't no none of that. All R&B.
My favorite type of men to date is men that listen to R&B and men that sing it to me.
Yeah.
Like if a man does that, it's like, oh yeah, I like him.
No, they transferring the energy right now. Men is actually getting in the car with their girls and some bow, 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 bow. She in the passenger seat twerking. Not me. I don't want you to twerk. I want you to sit right there and look pretty and let me sing to you.
I
like
love
you
that.
Said.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
I'm romantic.
What made you even become that, you think? Or embrace that side of you?
Because when I was younger, right, I used to be like, I want to say sexy. Because my grandma, my mom, and them, like, I used to always dance. I know how to belly dance and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, I'm not gonna do it, but
Yeah.
I used to really be like so like into myself.
Yeah.
So it was like I was always like that since I was a kid. I used to be like 10 years old trying to date 15, 16-year-old girls.
Oh,
and
you were one of
actually be
those.
crying when they tell me they ain't not with me. Yeah, so that's what made me like that. So that kind of music is just, I'm in tune with it. Yeah.
You ever make that kind of music? Or you mostly rap?
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Do you believe in like soulmates?
Soulmates? Like, elaborate on that. What you mean by
Like
soulmate?
that someone is like your perfect match? Or do you believe that like
You know, I don't believe that.
That's what I'm
Becau-
saying.
You
You
know
co-
why I don't?
Okay.
Because wherever you live, you'll probably find that person. So there's probably a whole bunch of possibilities all over the world, right?
You want to know what it is? Like, because it go back to what I was saying about my lady, right? I kind of feel like she's the one for me no matter what, right? But then again, it's like even if I try to talk to another girl, I still can't get my mind off of her.
That's right.
So it's never going.
But let me ask you a question.
Something
What-
in my brain is blocking me from talking to this other girl.
What if you grew up in Cali? You probably would have found some other soulmate. You don't think?
I don't think.
Really? So you just never would have found
I'm
anybody?
gonna say this. I mean, oh, you saying if I never met her first? Oh yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying at the point
I know it's
where
not
I'm-
really a romantic perspective, but
See, her question kind of made sense because soulmates, right? let's say you're already with your soulmate, because how I feel is I'm already with my soulmate.
I love that. I love
So
that you say that.
yeah, I'm already with my soulmate.